Hello. Today we're going to look at our second day of close reading. Sorry, wrong number. Within this close read, I've given you a second section, a new section of the text. We are again in our literary packet. We're looking at the essential questions of how do strategic readers create meaning from literary text? Essential question number 2. We're looking at essential question number 4. What is literary text really about? And essential question number 6, how does what readers read influence how they should read it? And as we look at these, for the first phase of reading, we are going to look at summarizing the text. That is learning target number 5. So please, after you read through the piece the first time, create a summary of the section. Remember, the summary of the section should tie in and wrap around that conflict. Make sure that you're looking at the elements of the plot, the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and resolution. Keep in mind that this specific section is part of the rising action elements. So you'll want to make sure that you look for elements or events that build the suspense of this piece from this section and include them in your objective summary. Remember that objective. That means you don't put your opinions in it. You only include the facts of what takes place in the plot of the story. By doing so, you will properly create a summary for your first phase of this section of the reading. In the second phase of this reading, we're going to look into a sort of challenging concept and get some new notes. The question for your second phase of reading when you reread the text is, how does the dialogue with the operator and the use of stage directions contribute to the meaning of the drama? For this one, we're looking at learning target number 10, to analyze how a drama or poem's form or structure contribute to its meaning, or the message or theme, or the overall meaning of a text. In the case of a drama, the meaning of the text, or the purpose of the text, is to make sure that you're entertaining an audience in a live action type of structure. So as we look closely at the form or structure of the drama for how the layout contributes to the overall purpose or the drama's meaning, we need to know the elements of a drama. A drama has a cast of characters, which is the list that comes at the beginning of the drama. We looked at that cast of characters. We looked at that cast of characters as we began looking at the piece before Thanksgiving break. Within this specific one, what I like about the cast of characters is they do always organize it by the character with the most lines to the character with the least number of lines. But that will always be included in a drama. The second thing you'll always see in a drama is dialogue. Now, dialogue looks structurally different in a drama than you are used to seeing it in narrative writing. When you were taught how to write a narrative, you were taught that dialogue has the speaker tags and the quotation marks. Now, that may be true for narratives, but not for dramas. With dramas, the dialogue is written a little differently. Notice how we see our character's name first, followed by what they say. What they say out loud in the play is what we call the dialogue. So it is structurally a little differently, but the role of dialogue in a drama is the same role as dialogue in a narrative. It is what the characters say out loud. Now, this last component, stage directions, is the narration that's used in a drama. It's used to show the reader where the characters are and what the characters are doing. Now, so the actions and the setting details in a written drama are shown through narration. Here's an example of the narration or the stage directions from the opening page of this drama. Notice how it's got quotation marks around it, and then it'll tell us what is heard by the characters, what is seen by the characters. These capital letters that are random are locations on the stage. The capital R would be the right side of the stage. Also about stage directions, they'll usually be not just in parentheses, but also they will be in a different font, like italics, to help the reader better understand. Stage directions are the only way the audience, the reader, knows what's happening to help visualize the text. So stage directions are very, very important when we're reading a drama. They're useful in helping us understand it and visualize it better. So now, as we look at question or phase 2, I want you to think about the elements of dialogue, which is the words the characters say in a drama, as well as the use of these stage directions, and think about how these components help specifically in this drama. What do the dialogue between Mrs. Stevenson and the operator within this section add to the meaning of the piece? How about the use of stage directions? What do the stage directions specifically found within this section do to help add to the piece? I want you to really go back, reread some of the stage directions and some of the conversation between the third operator and Mrs. Stevenson, and come up with a great answer for how you think that dialogue and the stage directions found in this section really do contribute into the overall drama itself. In the third phase, we're looking at theme. Now, theme for this piece is a little more challenging. I don't necessarily see the themes as being very clear as in other pieces, based on the way this suspenseful mystery piece is written. But I do want you to think about and determine a theme or central idea in the text. Remember, when we think about a theme, that means we're looking for the hidden message or meaning of the text. I also want you to think about a piece of evidence within this section that helps show how the theme develops over the course of this text. This is a specific part of the text, so within this part, we should clearly also see the theme. Since I'm asking you to cite evidence, we are looking at learning target number 1 to cite a piece of text evidence to help support your specific inference you're making about what you think the theme actually is. As we go through this second close reading of wrong number, make sure we're rereading the piece 3 different times as we answer each of the 3 questions for the 3 phases. We'll spend time discussing as we finish. Go ahead and get to work.